my thoughts. I shut it down wherever power is stored. Being real is in the past, watching cowards get on. It ain't kill me, so it's making me stronger. And these bite-sized rappers now sensing my heart.
What the hell's going on, people? This is Periodic, and you see the title of the video. We are jumping back into Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle in order to talk about the 6th anniversary. And I can only bring one person who has expertise in anniversaries. I have no idea where I'm going with this, but Mr. Baby is on the channel. Go ahead and pretend that you're an expert on anniversaries.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on. I've been doing this for about, how long is it? Almost 6 years now.
There you go. 6-year anniversary for Mr. Baby being a baby.
Yeah, exactly.
So there you go.
I've been doing this for almost 6 years. I've never been wrong with my predictions.
Bingo.
Is
that true?
Yeah, never been wrong. And I always get the leader skill right, passive skill right all the time. So yeah, that's
bold claims. Well, I'm happy that I have you on today's video. Today we're going to be talking about the 6-year anniversary. Isn't that kind of crazy that we're already on 6 years?
You know what? Yeah, because it's crazy because when Global gets the anniversary, it's crazy to think that JP is like 4 months away, literally. And now it's like what, 3 months away now? It's like I can't believe it, dude. It's
January.
Yeah, it goes by so fast, dude. It's so fast.
It really does. It's pretty insane. In case you guys don't know, the news that dropped like a few days ago, there is a soft confirmation, and what I mean by soft confirmation is this is not confirmed by the game. The game would be like a hard confirmation, right? The game introducing or debuting like a little news thing saying, boom, this is the 6-year anniversary. That is hard confirmation. This is only soft confirmation. And what I mean by that is for the past few years, Dokkan Battle has released anniversary units, and they have kind of spoiled who will be the anniversary units. So they've come out with like anniversary figurines, and that is the spoiler for the units a few months down the road. That happened last year with the Vegito and the Gogeta. Happened the year before that with the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and the Vegeta. Happened the year before that with the Vegito and the Gogeta. And it seems as if this year it's happening again. And it is with LR Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku.
Technically his name, all right? Technically his name is actually just Ultra Instinct. And I'm only bringing this up because people literally get upset about this. Oh, and by the way, I was kidding. If you're still watching, I was kidding. I'm not a master predictor or whatever. Because I know people call me out for that. Anyways, people get upset about this. It's just Ultra Instinct. His other form is Omen. This is just regular Ultra Instinct. I'm just putting it out there for those of you guys who are kind of OCD about that. I understand. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, a sign, all that stuff, Ultra Instinct sign, all that crap, right? Yeah. But this is from a Spanish page, it looks like, that says Figura, Dragon Ball Super, Ichibansho, Dokkan Battle. I don't know, what is Ichibansho? That is not a Spanish word.
It actually means Mr. Baby.
Of course it does.
Oh, yeah, basically. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be Senor Nene? Ichibansho. Ultra Instinct TBA CM de Bandai.
That means Periodic Super. Right there.
Yeah, it definitely does not. Yeah. Basada en la famosa licencia. So it's just saying like it's based off of the famous Dragon Ball license to be announced. It's a pre-order right now. And it's saying, so the big thing that we saw here is it says fecha límite de reserva. So it's like the date that you can actually start reserving it is January 11th.
Oh, snap.
January 11th. And the last date that you can possibly purchase it is August 27th, 2021. Now, I don't know why they have that in there, but I guess it's saying that this is a limited run. So it's only going to be available for, 7 months or so? So about half a year. So very, very interesting that they're coming out with this figurine. Now, the main question, okay, so we have that confirmed, right? LR, or soft confirmation. UI Goku coming for the 6-year anniversary. For the past few years, the past 4 years, 4 years, they've always been double super units.
Yes.
What will be...
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, besides the 1st-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Every anniversary after that have been double super units. What or who will be the 2nd anniversary unit?
Well, just to clarify, right? You said they're double super units. I think they're going to continue that trend. People do think it's going to be Jiren, and I'm going to throw it out and say I think it's like a 5% chance of that happening. Maybe like a 1% chance because again,
I agree.
We already have LR Jiren, LR full power Jiren at that.
Yep.
So there's no, if they're going to release LR UI, right, at mastered, whatever you want to call it, at its full power, they're not going to release like a transforming, like, I don't think they're going to do that, right? Since we already have an LR Jiren in the game. I think the unit who's going to release alongside this guy is Evolution Blue Vegeta with an active skill that does the Final Atonement. That is my guess.
That would be super hype because we'd finally get that standalone Evolution Vegeta that people have been wanting for years now, ever since he debuted in the anime, and that's 100% a way that they can go. So do you think that they're going to, very similar to like this new announcement of the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, standalone Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta active skill?
Yeah.
Do you think that it's going to be Mastered Ultra Instinct active skill and then Evolution Vegeta active skill, no transformation at all?
Yeah, because I mean, again, we've started to see them do that a lot actually this year, right? LR UI Goku, no active skill, no transformation. LR full power Jiren, full power, no transformation. He has an active skill. Now we get this Gogeta, right? Just straight up Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I don't really see them stopping this trend. And again, I don't like. Why would they release a new, UI Goku when that kind of competes with the LRSTR one? I want to run LRSTR UI and Mastered Ultra Instinct together. Like,
yeah,
I don't think they're going to do that. Yeah, so I think it's going to be an active skill. Now, what scene? It could be when Jiren launches that thing, tries to kill Goku's friends, he powers up and then throws that punch, right? That'll be like, dude, if that was animated, like imagine how beautiful that would look. And then if we had Evolution Blue Vegeta, like I said, Final Atonement, but then that wouldn't, like, you can still run the AGL Blue Vegeta who then wakens into Evolution Blue Vegeta, right? So, like, there's no competing, nothing going on. You can run all these units, Realm of Gods together, Reps of Universe 7 together, and all that good stuff.
So, the only thing that I would like to see, because you brought up Jiren, right? So, I still want to see a transforming Jiren, and this is only for selfish reasons.
Yeah.
Because, and the same thing with Evolution Vegeta transforming and a UI sign into Master Ultra Instinct, even just a normal Goku into UI sign into Master Ultra Instinct. Because at the moment, we don't have any great transformations for those three characters. UI Goku has a transformation. He's the UI sign, and then he goes Master Ultra Instinct. It's kind of old school. It's not, it can't compete with the units nowadays, their transformations. It just doesn't. The same thing with Evolution Vegeta. It's there. The Vegeta Blue that goes into Evolution Vegeta. It's there. It's not bad, but it can't compete with the units nowadays that they have an anime, episode going on while you're waiting for it to finish. Like the animations are,
especially the Gohan. His active skill is insanely long, dude. It's a whole episode.
Yeah. I've went shopping, did groceries, come back, and it's just finishing up. So you got plenty of time when you're doing those. Actually, you know what? I was racing Nolar in a race, and I remember I was like, should I do this active skill? Because I feel like I might lose the race just doing this active skill because it's 30 seconds this time. But anyway, for selfish reasons, I also want to see Jiren go from his normal form, which he has one card, which is the strength, Jiren. Technically, there's a tech one that's like a free to play, but that's not really. We're not really counting that. But you have the strength Jiren, and then you have straight into full power Jiren. Yeah. So we can have a transforming Jiren. Unfortunately, there's not many Jirens, so you're just killing one off, and you're killing one off. That's not bad. The strength Jiren's still pretty good. But yeah, so that would be really fun if you had a newer transforming Jiren that transforms into full power, even as an active skill. That would be kind of dope. Same thing with the Vegeta going into evolution. Just watching that, the new animation would be fire. And then the same thing with the Goku. We don't have like a super tough going Ultra Instinct sign. and then going into Mastered Ultra Instinct. It's just all kind of quick. You know, like back then it was like, yo, this transformation got to be done in 8 seconds or less. That's it. We're on a time crunch. Yeah. Now they're like, can you stretch that out to 45 seconds? You could go ahead.
Listen, dude. Sometimes it's worth it. Like Tech Gohan, like the reason why Tech Gohan's a little bit like is because he's just like throwing his thumbs up to Goku. Like we don't care, right? But dude, if you see it, bro, I would not mind if the actor score for like UI was him creating the whole freaking galaxy, dude. Right? Well, no, because again, no. So it would be MUI from the start. So never mind. It would be the enemy throwing a Ki Blast at Krillin and stuff, and Goku stopping it, then landing back down, says, you know, I don't respect whoever kills my friends, blah blah. Then powers up for like 5 seconds, and then dashes at you with that punch. Right? So a clean, like I wouldn't mind watching that, dude. I wouldn't. I don't think I'll get tired of that. But right, when you start filling these animations with like, yeah, let me throw my thumbs up to Goku. Let me teleport to Earth. Let me just smile at nothing and have another 10 seconds of useless animation. Then that's like where my problem comes in, you know.
Now, they can still make transformation units, even though this figurine just shows Mastered, because they've done that with the Vegito and the Gogeta in the past. They were blue, and so a lot of people were expecting just a standalone Super Saiyan blue. And instead, they brought transforming units. And it wasn't until very late that people found out that they were transformation units because some of the assets got leaked. And we saw the little badge for the Gogeta events and the badge for the Vegito events. For the Dragon Ball Super movie events, and then for the Dragon Ball Super Future Arc events. And they were in base form. And, not to toot my own horn, I was one of the first ones to talk about it. But that was super hype because it was like, oh, wait a second. The figurines are blue. Yeah. But these guys are starting in base.
That's super hype, yeah.
Which they did. So this could be the same thing. By the way, shout out to Ronaldo Saiyan over on Twitter. This is where I'm getting the little tweet here from. We can get the same thing of you have a transforming Goku. The question is, you could start him in like almost any form, bro, because you can figure out a way to go from base form to whatever, Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3. He went all of it. He went God. Yeah. He went every form during the Tournament of Power. So whatever you want to put him in, you go for
what it. So what if it was base form Goku, right? Just base form Goku. Now remember how, because sometimes they change certain things in the animations. So what if we had just base form Goku who just goes straight into MUI, but the what's it called? The transformation would be him attacking, right? And then he goes Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan God. Maybe he goes Super Saiyan Blue, then he steps off and then goes into MUI. Right, that could be like the transformation type of thing, right? That would be, I think, insanely good, and that way you don't have to waste time going through every single form like the AGL Goku does, right?
Yeah, the AGL one would be kind of rough. What I'm hoping that they don't do is something like what they did with Strength transforming Boo, where depending on your health condition is what shows up, because 90% of the time it's always going to be Buhan. And like Buhan is good. He's not awful, but he's boring. He has like 120% attack and defense, and he like recovers HP at the end of turn, and that's about it. That's what you are going to see for the rest of the event. So it's like there's no real thought into it. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Recovers HP 10% HP at the end of the turn, 120% attack and defense. Wow, you guys really went far on that one. But like, it makes sense because he also transforms into 3 other forms, or 2 other forms technically, because he starts at 1. So he's got like a lot. But the other ones are way more interesting. If you drop below, what is it on this one? Buikalo, if you drop below 50%. Super Saiyan 3, if you're between 50 and 79. Those are the interesting ones. 15% HP, recovery at the start of turn. 100% attack and defense. All allies 3 key, 30% defense. If he absorbs the Gotenks, 8% recovery, 120% attack, 100% defense, plus an additional 30% attack when target enemy is in attack down status. Seals super attack. Yeah. Those are the interesting ones, but you never see them, and it kind of goes back to like the AGL Gohan, where super cool transformed state. you almost never see it. So what is the point?
I agree, 100%.
What is the point?
100%.
So hopefully they don't do that, and they just make it very easy. Like this new Frieza. New Frieza came out. Hey, do you want to transform into Golden Frieza turn
dude,
1?
I love that, dude.
That's fine. That's fine. Gohan. Do you want to transform into Super Gohan right now? No? That's okay. Bootanks. Do you want to transform into Buhan right now? No. Okay, that's fine. Stay as Bootanks and then transform whenever you want.
Yeah. I
that gives
really
you
love that.
so much more
really
versatility.
Dude.
So, yeah, I'm hoping they do something like that and not a it happens when it happens kind of deal. And you're just kind of like, that just screwed me.
I think they
over.
learned from
like
their.
Turles,
I think they
when
learned
Turles
from their
transforms.
mistake with that one too, because that Boo, like,
Yeah.
not only is he not good, in my opinion, he is just having like you said, having the HP restriction transformation thing is just terrible. They can't do that. If they do that, I'm gonna be very upset. Very upset.
Yeah, it's also one of the reasons why the Exchange Boo and the Transforming Gotenks, even though they're very good, they're not as hype as some of the other units because you have to wait around for these transformations and you don't necessarily have the choice to implement them as fast as you want. Hence why Gogeta and Broly, when they first came out on their own, Super Dragon Ball Broly movie, they were seen as like top tier because they transform on the 4th or 5th turn, no other conditions. That's just what it is. That's fantastic. And so hopefully they do something like that with this Ultra Instinct Goku. And I am hoping that it's a Vegeta, just so he can get some more love. I like that they're starting to bring in they brought in that Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, even though they had to, bring Super Saiyan 3 Goku and do a Kamehameha that he never does in the actual anime. Looked cool. Like that's what he would have done if he wasn't a moron and didn't lose his power. He overestimated himself, hence why Vegeta is number 1. But you can have this Vegeta who had his own great standalone moment against Toppo and animate that gorgeous, that explosion. And when he doesn't die, and you're just like, wait, he survived it.
Yes, dude. So now talking about Toppo, right? Part 2 LRs. I mean, what are your predictions? I think I can see. I really okay. LR got Destruction Toppo. It could be Transforming Toppo. We can see that too. And then for the other unit, I really would love to see a Savior of the Universe MVP 17 who buffs that because the one right now, right? Does he? I know he gives 60% defense unconditionally, but does he also give T3 or no?
Yes.
Okay. So
he
Key 3
gives himself damage reduction if you drop below a certain amount of health.
Okay. So, dude, imagine how good they can make this MVP 17. But like now, what they do is they give him like the same damage reduction, right? No HP restriction, nothing like that. Attack and defense maybe 30% for all allies, and additional attack and defense plus 30% for all reps of Universe 7 units, right? Now, you can like, dude, like. And they like I would rather because you know how the LR Broly during the 5-year, not necessarily like the most damaging unit, just a very interesting support type unit. They can do the same thing with the 17. Make like maybe his defense is really good, or something like that. But I would love to see him just support the heck out of Universe 7 because you really think about it, he's the MVP, right? He's the MVP. So I would really like to see a unit like that. He doesn't have to be the most damaging unit, just a really good solid unit who can hold his own in events, but is really there to bring out the best in Goku and Frieza, LRUI Goku, MUI Goku, Evolution Blue Vegeta, all that good stuff. Like that dude, man. I think MVP 17 and LR God Toppo would be really good Part 2 units.
So I love the idea, and I would actually go a step further and say because it's going to be a top legendary banner.
Yep.
And it's going to introduce 2 new LRs, which is what they always do. And for the past few years, they've always introduced a joined forces character with the movie, the Broly trio and then the GT trio.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of a trio right now that would be because I'm thinking in my head right now. I really want to see another duo between either Frieza and 17 or Frieza and Gohan. because they both had fantastic moments, right? Frieza in 17 had to hold off Jiren's aura, his flame, energy from knocking them back until Goku had enough energy to come back and help.
Yeah.
So they had like their own little moment. And even when they were fighting Jiren in that little spot, 17 was helping, Frieza was going toe to toe with the homie, and 17 was picking his spots to help out and whatnot. So you can have those two together, or Gohan and Frieza when they took out Dispo, and Gohan, not sacrifices himself, but you know what I mean. He sacrifices his entry into the tournament to knock out Dispo. So you can have that dual attack that they do, that super attack kind of thing, super tough. And then maybe for extreme units, you can bring some of the Pride Troopers together, like the Topo and Dispo, or even
the Trio to Danger that JP just got.
Oh, of course.
As an LR,
because we only have Bergamo in the game, so we can bring in the other two brothers and use their their trio attack constantly, 3-man group. That would actually be a really tough LR.
Actually, wait a second. Hold on, my big brain. For a second.
Go for it.
So, Trio to Danger, right?
Yep.
So, let's say we had that LR. For the first 6-7 turns, or maybe even 5 turns, they're the trio. And then, what if you pop an active skill, and you can choose who you want to switch into, right? You don't have to. You don't have to. It's an active skill. You can choose who you want to switch into, and so there'll be benefits, right? If let's say you switch into Lavender, they can literally introduce a poison effect, right? So you poison the enemy, and at the end of a turn, or let's say every 10 seconds, the enemy loses a certain amount of HP. You hit them. So let's say Lavender hits the enemy with something. 10
seconds would be a little broken because you just like not do anything.
Well, but it depends on how much damage it is, right? Or what exactly it does.
I do like at the end of the turn though. The end of the turn would be tough.
Yeah, so at the end of the turn. So let's say Lavender hits him at the end of the turn. He loses 20% of it. No, 20% way too much. 5% of his HP, or like 200k damage, right? Yeah. And now let's say you switch into Bergamo. Bergamo can go into that huge form. Maybe he sacrifices a little bit of defense, but he's really strong. And then you can have Basil, who, like, let's say he's really quick, hits really hard with those, like, kicking, stuff like that. Maybe he dodges, stuff like that, right? But it's an option. So it's the first active skill that we see. They introduces 2 things. Active skill, that you can choose what you want to do. And then you can also, what's it called? The poison effect, which I think would be really, really cool as well with a Lavender unit.
And that would be amazing and not too hard to do, because all they have to do is, like, if you're trying to implement it as an actual feature, and it's like, okay, how is that going to function? Well, you can just slide up, and it can have, like, once you start sliding up, it can introduce, like, 2 little character portraits.
Yeah.
And if you go into the middle, then you're choosing, one guy. If you switch up to the very top, you can choose another guy. And that goes with any other trio character that they introduce into the game. If you want to make a Boo that has multiple forms, okay, are you going into Kid Boo? Are you going into Super Boo?
Yes.
Same thing with, like, Pride Troopers. Are you going into Topo? Are you going into Dispo?
And every form would have a unique ability. So, like, because people, like, for the Pride Troopers, people would probably most likely pick Jiren, right? But let's say Jiren hits very hard, but his defense isn't that good. But Dispo, he's dodging out of his mind. He's critting out of his mind. But Topo is just a tank. He's supporting like crazy. So, like, it really makes you think. And depending on the event that you're running, you're really going to have to, and that's what I love, like, units that really help you, not only help you in like hard events, but really make you think about, okay, how am I going to, what am I going to do here? How is this going to help you see what I'm saying? Like, all that thinking, and not just the random clicking that just blows you through events, right? So I think that'd be really cool.
Nah, I agree 100%. So that stuff would be really, really fire. I'd like to know, people who are watching this video, what do you think is going to show up in the 6-year anniversary? Because we've just probably scratched the surface,
honestly,
of potential units that could show up for this anniversary. Obviously, Global won't get it until the summer of 2021, but it's always fun to see what we have upcoming for us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%.
And I'll be playing it over on my JP account. It's going to be free to play, so I'm not going to be able to whale out, but you'll have to wait until the summer for that stuff. I completely forgot to mention, I'm going to have to add like a little thing in the beginning of the video that part 1 is over on Mr. Baby's channel, where we talk about what is coming for the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta celebration, as well as the Dragon Ball Heroes collaboration for the Japan side. And we'll probably get that, like, what, in January, you think?
So last year,
Gogeta
Heroes came out in January, but the year before that, it came out in August.
That's true.
So I think it could be January, February. I think that they realized that we want it quick. So I think January actually works really well. Or maybe even like Christmas, honestly. Like, who knows, honestly, right?
Yeah, and the thing is, we also don't really have a 10-year anniversary for Global for Heroes because we literally just got like the first World Mission. I think was the first like globalized.
Was it
Heroes? I'm pretty sure that's why they made such a big deal about it.
I thought it was just because of the 10-year.
Well, this new thing is the 10-year anniversary. It's for JP, but what I mean is like. I don't think that there's any other like officially global Dragon Ball Hero games. I think that was the first, like, you know what I mean? Like the actual official translated, not, you don't have to use a mod to translate a Dragon Ball Heroes game. But regardless, let me know in the comments below if you understand what the hell I'm talking about. Part 1, Super Saiyan 4s. We talked about some super hype stuff, so go check it out. It was very, very fun and very interesting to consider what would potentially be my favorite category if they introduce it, Super Saiyan 4s. And if they introduce a new Vegeta for this 6-year anniversary, he's probably going to be my new favorite character.
100%, dude.
Like, just hands down. Vegeta is number 1. I'm going to have that as like my Twitter profile. Vegeta's number 1.
Don't do that. You don't got to go all out. I mean, you can if you want, but it's like, you know. I like Periodik right now. Periodik, listen, dude. I liked it a lot. That was a big brain play. 100%.
That's I can't take credit for it. It was my girlfriend's idea. Anyway, thank you, Miss Baby, for jumping on the channel.
I appreciate it.
Very, very good brainstorm session.
Yeah.
Hopefully Bandai's watching, implement some of this stuff, and does not give us any credit for it. Because they haven't in this past year.
Or they can just give us both.
Big
they can
ideas.
just give us both 300 stones for coming up with the idea.
I mean, if they can give them, are you saying give us 300 stones or give us the units in 300 stones?
Oh, just give.
I would take the latter.
Honestly, either way, the community is going to hate the crap out of us if you really think, right? But
if I can get them in 300 stones, I wouldn't care if I got all the hate in the world. Bro.
Honestly, yeah,
I'll take that.
Give us them. Actually, give us 2 new units. And 300 stones, depending on who we
in 300 stones.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. You see what happened to Nanolar recently, where no one is appreciating his fire luck, even though it's starting to taper off a little bit.
Yeah, and I think Toon took it because man pulled what, like 5 Gohans and 600 stones or whatever.
Yeah, he rainbowed it. I was pretty upset seeing it on my friend's
couldn't get
list.
one copy, dude.
Yeah, same here, bro. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, consider what you're doing with your life. Go and sub to Mr. Baby first. Watch the video. Like, comment, share. Same thing over here. Mr. Baby, any final things?
No, I mean, I got to go actually hike back up to, Mount Olympus. Yeah, because the volcano's about to erupt and I need to catch some of that heat. So
yeah, you don't want to get you don't want it to get too dark either. It's
let me check the temperature. It's like -58. So yeah, I can go in a t-shirt. That's fine, right? Yeah,
t-shirt, maybe a hat, just because of the dust.
A hat and some socks.
Yeah,
maybe?
you don't want to get it in you don't want to get it in your hair.
That's true.
The Mars dust. It's hard to wash out. 100%. Gently rub that sub button. Gingerly ring that bell button. Lovingly kiss the like button. As always, this is Periodic and Mr. Baby. See y'all in the next video.